Hey, Buttercup. You're not even tired tonight? I am, but I'm always tired. So, hey, Zoe. Change of scenery? Yes, but also no. I don't actually deal particularly well with change. So, I am also nervous about it. Hi, Jen. No, didn't have any muffins. Hey, Uncle Buck. Hey, Rara. Let's change. Um, Gonna be spending a month at Chantel's place. Hey, Rebecca. Or at least, that is still the plan for me to watch her cat while she's wherever the fuck she's going. Hey, Minchiga. Hey, Brooka. I am not closing the door. Bring my chair. No. No, I mean, she has a chair. And I need to replace this chair, honestly. Seat is completely worn down. Yep, work every day this week. Which means I can't really make any promises about which days I'll be live. Just they're day shifts. They are day shifts, but it's just something where it will mostly depend on how I feel on any given day. Hey, Vanilla. Genuinely no idea what you expect to happen. Like what your worst case scenario is. Like I genuinely whatever. So yeah, tomorrow, 10 to 6 tomorrow, 12 to 8 Tuesday, 10 to 6 Wednesday, 9 to 5 Thursday, 4 to midnight, 9 to 5 Thursday, 4 to midnight Friday. So I will not be on Friday. I can tell you that right now. I will not be on Friday, given I finish at midnight. The rest of the week, who knows? Work schedule is crazy. Hey, Catherine. Yeah, I was just talking about the days I'll be working, and thus, or I was just saying the hours I'll be working this week, and thus, no promises about coming on any given day. We shall see. Sleeping through streams lately? Yep. I understand. I am very boring. I get it, Buttercup. I know how boring I am. So the voice the FFit are good bedtime stories. Well, if I do start posting Cyberpunk Let's Play, not so much good bedtime stories. Certain work days, I don't get enough sleep the night before, so I crash on the couch about an hour after I get home. Yeah, fair enough. But he just likes naps, yeah. 3 seconds for voice clipping, he's saying "we" and making my notification. We. But yeah, I've recorded a few episodes of Cyberpunk. If I start posting it, not good for bedtime. It's all new to you. Do you cuss? Yes. There's a lot of profanity in Cyberpunk. Hey, Kristen. There's a lot of profanity in that game. So I swear a bit as well. Because why wouldn't I? For my Final Fantasy Let's Plays, I was, I actually did try to limit my profanity when playing through the Final Fantasy games. Because those games don't have profanity. Like, at least I was thinking, you know what? Fine, I'll let these be as family friendly as I'm capable of being. You know, just on the off chance that anyone stumbles on my not that anyone ever will, but like I said, just on the off chance that anyone ever stumbles on my Let's Play, if they don't like, in case somebody who doesn't like profanity ever stumbles on it. Frank Dangerfield. He was good, yeah. Patient waiting for a PPG video to go live for me on Patreon. When does that happen? Thursday. That'll go up this coming Thursday for you. Next Monday and Tuesday, you'll be able to see my reactions to the first 2 episodes of Pretty Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. Hey, Mel. It's so good. Comic strip series? No. What there is a bunch of sort of like isolated occasional comics she's done. Not a series so much as just random snippets. They're on her Tumblr. It's where I got certain details. Like when I was talking about when I was watching them, I commented on certain things from her, from those little mini comics that she's done, like Aika's weapons, or the fact that Lady Devoid is dating Aika's teacher. And working at a fast food place. Don't want another place to go check stuff out. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thought Tumblr was like Tinder. No. No. Tumblr is it's basically a microblogging platform. A lot of people post art on there as well. Should people? Oh, absolutely. It's the internet. Every site has been used for dating. Apparently, people have started using LinkedIn for hookups. Everything on the internet is for sex. Hey, just booze. Go fuck yourself. Makes sense. It really is no different than a bar, club, or wherever people gather. Where the hell do people gather anymore? Discord kittens have grown into LinkedIn cats. Hi, Christina. Are you gathering YouTube stream chats now? Guess so. I will say, while I have no interest at all in going out and meeting people, I do think there is a serious problem with there not being enough places to go out and meet people these days. Cornwall, for example, is damn near out of bars. I disagree with what. I don't actually know the details of what she said, but I disagree with her. Bars and wineries are closing, people are drinking less. Yeah. She did, then I think it was shitty of her to say. Again, I don't know the details. If she is saying transphobic shit, then it's shitty of her to say. Yeah, whatever, Rebecca. What's probably happened is that she's like she's probably just started getting exposed to shitty attitudes. Hey, Julia. Their bathroom for trans people. And I see no need for that. And honestly, like, there's no need for that. And also, like, few places are going to be able to do that. Regardless, though, like I said, she's probably just been exposed to some shitty viewpoints. It's Chantel is a smart person, but she's not someone who really does a lot of research. She's not someone who spends a lot of time deep in thought. Um, so she hears things and then she doesn't really spend a lot of time questioning them. Like I said, she's probably, I've said this before, I think she probably is more intelligent than I am. I'm just more intellectual than she is. And a lot of the internet is increasingly designed for like to push right wing bullshit. like a lot of websites, their algorithms are designed to push right wing attitudes. So there's a serious problem with right wing radicalization just from being online. You got to be careful of shit like that. It's why I try to be pretty careful about the shit about my algorithms. It's got all time, but conscious try to change my algorithm. Yep. Yeah, I mean it's like to use YouTube as an example. It's a documented thing. People go online, like hey Shelly, kids go online, look up videos on fucking Minecraft, and they get the recommended shit on the side, and within like 6 videos, they're getting videos about how women are ruining video games. And we're like I said, she is actually smart. It's just she's not particularly thoughtful. To the shirt. Yeah, it's just my rice shirt. That shirt. It is a good one. I should be rice on a plate like God intended. Indeed. I mean, I'm the one who's wrong. It's like I said, it's just how I grew up. We put it on. I was not defending her hateful. I was not defending her speech. Since I was a kid, we always like anytime we had a rice dish, because I mean, we always like rice was a side. That was what it was. Growing up, rice was always on the side, and rather than dirtying a bowl, just put it on the side of the plate. If you can't have more bars to go to, no, no, absolutely not. I would not go to bars. I said earlier I would not go to like third spaces anyway, but whatever, Maggie. Like I said, I don't defend any hateful shit she said. I have no idea what she said. If she was making transphobic comments, then it was shitty of her. Yeah, back to what I was talking about, like for like the YouTube algorithm. Like even I sometimes come across like right wing chud bullshit on YouTube, and like I nothing that I watch should lead to that shit being recommended, but it still gets recommended to me sometimes. What if that live music you liked? If there was a band that I really love, then maybe. Well, then yeah, probably. Like if like Heartless Bastards were came to a came close to me, then sure I'd go to a bar to see them, and I have in the past. Married an American woman so they can get Canadian citizenship. I mean, that's honestly, it's not as easy as it sounds for that. It's not as simple as just, you're married, you're a citizen now, hurrah! There's a lot of shit. Like, there's a lot of requirements still. Easy to border hop, so there's no need. I mean, I don't know how easy it is right now. Still no shit with your weather? Probably. -3, so actually not. Funnily enough, not that bad. -3. Yeah, it's like, oh, -3, not that bad actually. Yeah, -3, that's fine. It's I think Canada get beat in the hockey. Yeah, yeah, I did hear that we lost. Honestly, from what I can gather, Canada just kind of shit the bed in general of this Olympics. Like we won some medals, obviously. We were always going to win a few, but like it seems like we just there were a lot of competitions where we're normally competitive where we just fucking weren't this time around. Which I will say, might be a winning issue for the Conservatives to run on. Yeah, it Canada's winning in comparison to the U.S. What in terms of the overall medal count, or just general? It's 93 here, which is 27 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, it's if Poilievre runs on like Carney just lost us a bunch of gold at the Olympics, that might actually be a workable strategy for him. Indiana 2 Port of Play Sports now. Not wrong. Well, I don't know. Keep getting weather warnings, alerts. Or over there, sounds bad places. Ad kicked in. So I get work. I'm curious if just scrolling through my YouTube on my phone, seeing if any kind of fuck you things pop up. But as far as I know, nope. But -28 for me this morning. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cold. How far north are you? Hello Kitty Cuckoo Clock. So cool and cute. Nice. For my Patreon, I reacted to some Hello Kitty recently. Those will go up start of March. March 4th and 5th. Some Hello Kitty reactions. The YouTube shorts they've been doing for the past few years have been actually pretty fun. Southern California, same day. It's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow. Fucker. Which in April. Or, middle of March. '18th and 19th of March. Getting into characters from cinema. I will say, watching some of those YouTube shorts, I love Kuromi. Kuromi is my favorite. Not the Kuromi you were asking me to watch. I haven't gotten to that one yet, Uncle Buck. It wasn't the My Melody Kuromi. Oh, is My Melody Kuromi? My Melody Kuromi is going to be Sanrio, isn't it? It's going to be the My Melody and Kuromi. Oh, okay. You're smelling that's maybe the tandoori chicken. Kuromi's popping. I mean, for obvious reasons. She's a goth bunny. Who likes super cute stuff but doesn't want to admit that she likes cute stuff. Too far north? That's how far? Jeez. Yeah. We're at 31 today. Love Little Strongheart. I don't know what you're talking about, Catherine. 31? Little Strongheart? What? Oh, right. The no. I was like, no. The My Little Pony. Strongheart. Like when you said Strongheart, I was thinking from My Little Pony. Wait. What? Couldn't be from My Little Pony. She is good. The episode that she appeared in was a really weird one. That particular episode of My Little Pony was super weird and like kind of uncomfortable. So that episode is about a conflict between these Western ponies, like who'd founded up this very Western town. Conflict between them and some buffalo who were very indigenous coded. And where's some enamel pins of My Little Pony from my jean jacket? Nice. And like they put up like an apple orchard. And the apple orchard happened to be along the path that the buffalo had used for generations for their migration, for their stampede migration thing. So the conflict was like, these ponies, planted the trees so they could eat and everything, but they planted them on like the ancestral land of the buffalo. In the path of that they've been taking for generations. So it kind of reads like a story. Like it kind of like it sort of the buffalo sort of were very indigenous coded. They were indigenous people. They were very coded as like indigenous people. So it's don't want to say like cowboys and Indians because they weren't depicted because the buffalo weren't depicted as Indians were in old Western movies. Ponies are colonizers. They were. Um, and it comes across as an analogy for the ancestral conflict 150 years ago between white people expanding out west coming into conflict with indigenous people who've been living on these lands for hundreds of years already. So like it just. Nice watch. Thanks, Vanna. And hi, Vanna. So yeah, it's a very controversial episode because of that. And like, the creators had good intentions with it, but it does end up still feeling really freaking weird. So one of the most controversial episodes, one of the most controversial episodes of the series. No happy endings? Yeah. In this case, they did find a happy ending because My Little Pony. We're not primitive. We just like to offer tribute the old-fashioned way. Our traditions are what keep us connected. Our link to the past ensures a prosperous future. Yeah. Yeah, the that issue of the comic. I don't remember the issue of the comic. I'm pretty sure I did read it. I just have no recollection of it. I just picked it up because it was written by Fleeks. I figured, the fact that he wrote and drew it just feels, just seems like, okay, you know what? That's get one that he wrote and drew. That's, that seems like a cool idea. Yeah, it was an issue that was ill-advised. Or an episode. It was an episode. It was an episode that was ill-advised. Not the most controversial episode of the series, but one of the most controversial. Though other episodes are still more hated. Don't know shit about fuck. Yeah. I gotta get water. I'll be back in a minute. For my rewatch of the series, I'm just about to finish season 5. I'm at the end of season 5, just the 2-part season finale. And then I can do a reaction to friendship games, Equestria Girls friendship games. Yay. Issues you watch? Yeah, they did 4 movies. 4. Hey, Rise. Yeah, there's My Little Pony, Equestria Girls, then Rainbow Rocks, Friendship Games, and then Legend of Everfree. Those are the 4 movies, and then they did some specials as well. The only show I've actually been watching lately has been My Little Pony. Just like been doing a rewatch of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. My Rainbow Rocks reaction goes on Patreon tomorrow. Like the Addams Family when they put on the camping Thanksgiving play. Once they has the natives have revenge on the Cones. That was a good one, yeah. I liked that one. Though, what's interesting, having read the original Addams Family comics, like the original Charles Addams Family comics, that is not what Wednesday Addams is like. Wednesday is named after a poem, the line from the poem, Wednesday's child is full of woe. But ever since the 90s Addams Family movie, they removed the woe from her. She gives woe to others. Love the direction they took her. I don't know. It's and Pugsley as well has been pretty terribly mischaracterized. Because again, in the original strips, Pugsley was both kind of an inventive genius and also a nasty, evil little shit. Pubert. So that was his original name, was Pubert, before it was changed to Pugsley. But yeah, in the original comics, he was, because he's a little boy. Yeah, he's a young boy. Yeah, he's a little boy. And little boys are fucking terrors. That was the point of that character. Snakes and snails and puppy dog tails. That's what they're made of. Yep. Actually, isn't it snips and snails? Wednesday sidekicks. That's what they did. That's what they turned him into in the 90s. Since the 90s. Like, yeah, snips. That's what I thought. Snakes. No. Yeah, ever since the 90s movie, they turned him into just like this dim-witted sidekick sibling. Yeah. Can't speak to the animated series that have come out in the past couple decades because they've done like 2 cartoons in the past like 25 years, or is it only 1 cartoon? Yeah, I can't speak to the animated versions. In the southern U.S., it's always been snakes. Huh. Probably develop his character later, not have one. No, I don't think they're going to give Pugsley his own series. I don't think he's getting a spin-off. More of a Munsters kind of gal. Fair. Fair enough. In the Rowdy Rough Boys episode, they're made with snips, which was snips of armpit hair from a fellow prisoner of Mojo. Cool goth girl. Yeah, people love cool goth girls. Funnily enough, the reason I remember Snips and Snails is because My Little Pony has a couple, like has a pair of boys called Snips and Snails. Big loves sugar. Love that show. I used to set my alarm super early because it came on at like 4 a.m. on one of our book stations. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Yep. There you go, Buttercup. You got it. Hey, Alice. Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Yep. A character that has sort of been the Manic Pixie Dream Girl character archetype has definitely been subjected to a lot of criticism in recent years. Often seen as a somewhat misogynistic archetype because the woman still generally exists to advance the guy's story. I have not seen 500 Days of Summer. I have heard that it's a pretty decent deconstruction of that trope. That it is basically like the dude sees Summer as a manic pixie dream girl without really seeing her interiority. Louise, thank you for 2 months, Louise. Please look up the monkey. Do it now. The monkey? What? phrase is coined to describe the character. No, it was coined a little bit earlier than that. It was Kirsten Dunst's character in Elizabethtown was what it was actually like. Hydration reminder. I know that because I happen to be on the Wikipedia article. Just for the record, this is how I knew. I happened to be on the Wikipedia article for Manic Pixie Dream Girl, and it mentioned that Nathan Rabin coined the term after seeing Elizabethtown. That said, a lot of Zooey Deschanel's characters have sort of been considered that way. Zooey Deschanel herself, somehow, as a human. Hey, Scrape Goat. Bronte Chicks. I liked Jane Eyre. I've read two Bronte books, Wuthering Heights, which I fucking hated, and Jane Eyre, which I loved. I don't know. Maybe I'd need to give it a reread, but and I mean to be fair, read it in high school. Like I read it for like we read it for class, and nothing kills a book quite like reading it for school. Right? An old storyline. It's not romantic in what Heathcliff did to the little dog. Yeah, I don't remember the book well because I mean, again, school is 25 years ago. Yeah, 25 years ago that I read it. Cecily made of her sister's hair. Great Gatsby is another goodie from school. Yeah, and Great Gatsby. I didn't hate Gatsby. Like, I didn't hate The Great Gatsby, but I also didn't really care that much about that one. That book I was largely neutral on, to be honest. Outsiders, we didn't read that one. We did read Pride and Prejudice. I'm pretty sure I enjoyed Pride and Prejudice when we read that in school. Nina and Madison had to read for school. Nina liked it. I'm pretty sure Madison never opened it. I love Aldous Huxley Jr. Sure, Brave New World. Yeah, I like Brave New World well enough. I don't remember most of the books we read for school. Frankenstein. Which again, I liked Frankenstein, although I don't remember if I read that one before. I don't remember if I read that one before we read it for class. Age of Innocence. Innocence. Didn't read. Kill a Mockingbird. We did not read To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, I can't remember if I read that one like before we read it for school or not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that. I'm pretty sure I enjoyed that one well enough. Nah, I think it was only for school that we read it. Nah, yeah, I didn't read that one on my own. Yeah, Frankenstein. I enjoyed Frankenstein well enough. We read Lord of the Flies. I didn't actually end up finishing Lord of the Flies. New movie? Nah, I haven't watched it. I don't know why. I just couldn't. I struggled to read Lord of the Flies. I think we read Heart of Darkness. Ray Bradbury. Haven't read any Bradbury. Sand Help movie has a few Lord of the Flies reference. It's a mean story. They killed the boy. Yeah. Depressing nightmare feel. And it's possible that that's why I didn't. Why that's. Why I had trouble with it. It's possible that's why I had trouble with it. Is just because it is so goddamn miserable. I'm supposed to read Lord of the Fruit Flies, but I watched the movie instead. Yeah, we did read. Watch. I think we did watch the movie as well. One It's my favorite short story by him. Yeah, in general, I did tend to prefer prefer books that I read on my own. Yeah, I think I did prefer books I read on my own over books that I read for school. Most of the books in high school were miserable. Yeah, which is like, that is a thing. That is a weird thing with books you read for high school. Yeah, like Pride and Prejudice is a fairly common. Like Pride and Prejudice is one that I think is fairly common in schools. I know we read it for my class. So yeah, that one's fairly common, and that one is fun. That book is fun. But so many of the books for school are just fucking miserable. You know, Kill a Mockingbird, I never read that, but it's not a cheerful book. Great Gatsby, not upbeat. Frankenstein, not very cheerful. Don't drag too much for you. I mean, fair. But I found Austen's writing style. Austen had a very witty writing style. But I mean, even Bronte's. Like, you know, you got a choice between Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights, and they go with Wuthering Heights, the fucking miserable one. The one about a super fucking toxic relationship. You know, Jane Eyre, the main character in Jane Eyre herself, has a lot of agency. She's got a lot of backbone. Um, she's kind of cheerful. Mice and Men. Yeah, Mice and Men. Ooh, what a happy book that is. What a yeah, what a great time that book is. Also, one I never read. That's one I never read either, but you know I know about the book. What a smashing fun time! Yeah, this'll get kids interested in reading. Absolutely gonna get kids interested in reading more books. Like Jane Eyre is kind of toxic as well. Like her relationship with the dude in Jane Eyre, a little bit toxic as well, if we're honest. It's not. It's like it's definitely got some dark shit to it. It's absolutely got some dark shit to it. But Jane is just such a strong protagonist. Such a strong, like she's just such a strong woman that you are absolutely rooting for her. So like it's a really good one. Like it's and I feel like it's a much more enjoyable read than Wuthering Heights, which is just everyone in this book is the goddamn worst. Everyone in this book is awful and deserves everything that happens to them. Later books under VC Andrew's name. They're ridiculous like lovers constantly dying and being fanned to fake their death and fighting over the ones that never died. That's funny. Um, oh, hey, Killface. I totally missed you coming in. I was ranting, Killface, so I totally missed you coming in. Hi. Sorry. Hi, Killface. Um, but yeah, like I honestly think that like having kids in high school read Jane Eyre, it's gonna do more to encourage a love of reading than Wuthering fucking Heights does. Just in general, I think having fun books, having light-hearted books helps. Pygmalion was one that we read in high school. I remember reading Pygmalion as well. That's a fun one. So that one's a play, not a book. But we read it as a book, even though it's intended as a play. But hey, you do the same with Shakespeare. And there's another good one, actually Shakespeare. You know, you don't start with Hamlet. I believe the one we read in grade 9, I believe, was Midnight Summer's Dream. Or Midsummer's Dream. Midsummer Night's Dream? Midsummer Night. I believe Midsummer Night's Dream was the first one we read in high school, like in grade 9. Yeah, because that one's fun. It's whimsical. And then after that, you can get to Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. Different in the States. I mean, different in Canada. Different schools are going to have different books they read. Yeah, I believe it was Midsummer Night's Dream that we read first, and Romeo and Juliet might have been grade 10. I didn't read Flowers in the Attic. That was not one that we read. Actually, so yeah, I think I come to think of it, I think it was Midsummer Night's Dream, Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet. So come to think of it, we did focus on the tragedies for Shakespeare too. That said, how many of his comedies were really well received? The Tempest, yeah, we could have done The Tempest. The Tempest is a good one. The Big Brother and Vita, okay. But I feel like a lot of the comedies kind of not all that well regarded. Book Teens fan. No, yeah, I just never read it myself. You'll be Kathy. Oh, 10 by 10, I don't want to trust anyone named Kathy. Yeah, what about Kathy with a K? And because it deals with incest in a very romantic way. So yeah, just looking at Shakespeare's comedies, you know what? Fair enough that we didn't read too many of those. really only a couple of his comedies that would actually be worth reading, I feel like. Midsummer Night's Dream and The Tempest are probably the only two Shakespeare comedies that are genuinely worth reading in high school. And maybe Much Ado About Nothing. I don't know that one well enough. What did you want me to watch, Buttercup? Night at Seven Kingdoms. Eh. I think it is on my list. Not sure if I will, but I do have it on the list here. Along with Godzilla, interestingly. I don't remember who asked me to watch Godzilla, and like I'm pretty sure they were referring to the original movie, but I can't be entirely sure. Recently watched OG Buffy. Movie. Hey, Grimace. Hey, Battered. Yeah, it'll be nice to have access to a kitty. Chapters. Can't go to Chapters. I can't shop at Chapters. It's the CEO basically helps donate to the IDF. Justice Night Prison. No. Joss Whedon can fuck off. Hey, Nancy. Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart. Movie theater. No movies I want to watch. Tim Hortons. I don't go to Tim Hortons. So, yay, there's a whole lot of things nearby that I have no interest in going to. Yay! What was it? Which also sucks, frankly. Go read like it's library. Loblaws also sucks, but it's I need food to live, so. Olive bar, they do have an olive bar. And I hate olives, so I can't even stand the smell of olives. I hold my breath when I pass by the olive bar. Like if I'm going to be passing by close enough that I can smell the olives, I have to hold my breath. Shelly, thank you for $20, Shelly. Here's Din Din's. Thank you. Thanks for $20. Hearts in the chat. Meh. think I said cross applesauce too long. Got the noodle legs. Yeah. Since that villa back in the day. Hey, just me. Well, thanks. Not gonna order out. I'm still just making myself my rice dinner. Chocobos and chocobunnies. I addressed it earlier. I said I don't know the details of what she said. If her comments were transphobic, then that's shitty. Exactly, Nancy and Buttercup. Yeah, which I find to be a shitty comment, Nancy. Indeed, Uncle Buck. Yeah, Uncle Buck had to say my recipe because you weren't here, Buttercup, because you were sleeping. I mean, it's white rice. It's just plain white rice. I don't have any. Too broke. I'm too broke to buy seasonings. So I put on the sweet and sour sauce. Good night, Catherine. Plus, if I'm honest, the sweet and sour sauce kind of overpowers any season. I'd have to put a lot, like I'd have to put a lot of seasoning for it not to be overpowered by sweet and sour sauce anyway. So kind of sweet and sours. I think it's H1. I can never recommend Taco Bell. I do get sidetracked. It's what I do. Meh. Often sucks. Pushes the little kid out a window. I mean, do you think I would stop you, Buttercup? You know I don't like kids. Touch Master Views. I certainly don't get the reference. I thought you just wanted to push a kid out a window, which I'm fine with. Yeah, things I do for the love of pushing little kids out a window. To spoil the first episode. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd heard about Bran being pushed out a window. I had a lot of stuff spoiled about Game of Thrones because my mom and my brother were both watching it. You know, three of us were still like living in the same house, and they were both watching it, so they talk about it quite often. On top of that, I'm on the internet, so I saw shit on Twitter. For example, I know how Hodor got his name. For example, can't wait to discuss Game of Thrones with my mother-in-law. Who wants to hear a really bad joke? Husband's mad at Martin for not finishing the written story, so he never watched the show. At this point, I hope that he never finishes. Okay, so bad joke here. Argentina is colder than most people realize. In fact, it's bordering on Chile. It's bordering on Chile. Because Argentina shares a border with the country of Chile. Hey, foodie. I may have typed ha ha ha, but I did not laugh. Fair enough. Fair enough. So you had for dinner again? Make some meatloaf and freeze it. Or you cook most nights? Tough question. I've been getting. It's tough to know because I don't know what fucking hours I'm going to be getting. I hate that, like, the big thing I hate about this job is that there's no advance notice of what hours I can expect. Like, I'd like to cook most nights. Yeah, having a few meals like pre-frozen, having a few meals like pre-ready probably would be good. And then I'll try to cook as much as I can still. Yeah, it's the hours aren't posted until like Friday night. Month is a long time ago. Go waste. Yeah, like Friday night, I find out my hours for the coming week. Like it's so fucking stupid. Hey, Jelton. Medium salsa. I've been trying. I had when I had like last week or week before, whatever. Like the week when I was working nights, I did make not just a couple nights, and I picked up some medium salsa for that. I did pick up medium salsa last time I got salsa. I am trying to like, you know, every once in a while, I'll try to get something that's sort of medium hot, just to like try to build up a tolerance, you know? I do want to build up a tolerance. Speaking of supper, I'll need to cook soon. I'll need to leave in a couple minutes so I can make supper. I work at 10 in the morning. Only woke up at like 5 this evening. Woke up 5 hours ago and I need to sleep in like 3 hours. Because I am wildly irresponsible. I'm very, very irresponsible. Ugh. So doubt I'll get much sleep tonight. So I'll be operating on no sleep tomorrow. No clue what medium cheese is. Catching everything? No, never a thing. Ghosting someone right now instead of canceling for third or fourth time in a week. And claiming to have fallen asleep for the night at 7 p.m. for the second time this week is believable. I mean, maybe. Like, fuck, I'm sorry I crashed. Just be like, shit. Sorry, I totally crashed. Or you could always just tell them, sorry, I just am not up for it tonight. You can't always be honest and just be like, sorry, I know we had plans, but I'm just absolutely not up for it at all. Lying is easier. I mean, sometimes, but honestly, sometimes it is easier to just tell the truth. So, like, sorry, I know we had plans. I'm just not up for it. Because it's easy to remember. Exactly. You never have to remember. You know, you're never going to forget. the truth. What I said when I lied about vegan nuggets. Ugh, vegan nuggets. Ugh. The oranges. Easier to defend. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get going. Gonna call it a night so I can go make my supper. I want some made shepherd pie with Impossible. Remember? Gonna make my supper and then, yeah. See if I can't go to bed relatively early. So thanks for coming. I have no idea if I'll be here tomorrow. I genuinely don't know what days I'll be on this week. We'll find out together. Good night, everybody.